I'm Jenz and welcome to Siege 101, where I teach you what I know about the game as a non-professional, very amateur Siege player. But I love the game and I'm passionate about it, and I get a lot of questions about it. So I'm happy to teach you what I know about the game, and hopefully this helps you in your future games. I run through the map setup for Kafe Dostoyevsky, and so this is the first site I'm going to go through, which is the top floor site. So basically, and I'm going to try my best to explain roughly why people make these rotations or head holes, and hopefully they make sense. But starting off strong, this is cocktail, and we reinforce this side, make a rotate hole so that we can at least contest plant, which normally is default, would be there. And make sure also you shoot out these rail guards so that you can cross over rather than having to run through this door. It just adds another flow. Here we got a freezer rotate, especially if you want to try and contest anything that's happening on stage piano. Ticket over there, for example. If someone dies in piano, you need to quickly get over there, you know, instead of walking around the hallway, which exposes you to this window, and the white stairs. And definitely never run through the middle, because, you know, we got a big skylight over there, so that's a no-no. So instead of going the long way around, you can just cut through freezer rotate, and then bam, you're back to defending piano, because you really don't want the opponents to get this side of the map, which, I mean, they will eventually once they get breach open, but, you know, you want to waste as much time as you can. So that's why you would have that reinforced. Someone usually will play in piano. It's a very good idea. And also these are footholds for any new Balk drops who want to come and plant default. They're going to most likely take that route. So if you still have piano on lockdown, you can actually contest them. So then they're going to be worried about looking there, and looking there, and below if you've got anyone roaming. That's pretty much the basic setup. The other reason why I would highly recommend making holes, definitely get someone with a shotgun or bailiff, or Oryx is the best, but the reason why you want to put these holes throughout the bar is that you can see when someone's planting. So you can pretty much see that, oh, okay, there's someone there planting. Instead of trying to aim through and hope for the best, instead of that, you can just directly see where they are planting and shoot them to deny that plant. So yeah, that's pretty much the reasoning of why top floor is made this way. The other thing I've missed out is a pixel shield, which, you know, I think it's personal preference. It adds a little a sense of danger for someone wanting to push into piano, especially if you've killed the person holding piano. This is a good shield to have. That way you can still kind of contest piano as well as the plant while being protected. We have the kitchen site for Kafe Dostoyevsky, and I'm going to run through how I usually set up the site and explain why I do certain things for this site. So obviously freezer, always reinforced. All right, I didn't get the hatch for this video, but you get the hatch, all right. We have a rotate into bar, and I've castled off the bar double, and that's primarily to keep someone who is holding small bakery safe. So in this setup, I would say it's a bit of a step up. It's for people who have played this game for a while, just because someone really needs to contest bakery. So here, obviously people try and funnel through here. They may get the single wall from small bakery window. So you want to try and keep bakery down locked, ideally. So this is why this is reinforced. I've got a castle there, a rotate to deny anyone trying to jump in from that single window, but as well as red stairs. If you need to go and contest someone on red stairs, you know, you can freely move through that. I've also reinforced that reception window just as another precautionary thing. But basically, ideally, someone is holding here to deny getting that reinforced wall open, because if it gets open, the person who's trying to be safe and, you know, lock down bakery, then there's a direct line of sight to a small bake window. So you really want to try and keep this shut for as long as possible while the person in bakery is alive. That's why that is also there, as there's not a long line of sight all the way down into spaghetti side where you can just, you know, get an easy shot. So we got that. We've got head holes, which I personally like. Some people may not like this. And that goes with the whole video that I'm making today. But we've got coat check head holes to see if anyone does jump in, try and sneak around and get that small bake player. You can deny it from sight. Just be careful of someone playing red, and obviously the rotate there. In prep, we have the classic reinforced and feet holes. The reason why I like having this done is, say I'm trying to enter, I can't enter like this, as the bake person will probably tell someone on site, hey, they're pushing through bake double, can you hold the prep walk-in? So it adds a little bit of pressure because you're not sure if someone's holding behind the reinforced wall, so you kind of want to look out for the feet holes, but then also you want to look out for the bakery holder as well as the small bake. So there's a lot of angles that the opponents need to think about and assess on, like, where someone might be, which is why they usually will try and get this wall as well as that wall to flush out any bakery or prep holders. So that's why that is there. It's mainly for ghost pressure, but also it really does help out the bakery holder, which I think once you get bakery locked, you're good, but once you lose that control, it gets a bit messy, which is why I think this hold in particular is quite quote-unquote advanced. I'm not a champ player, but it's advanced to me, just because it really does rely on holding this bakery position. I like to do feet holes here to see the double walk-in. So ideally, if this, in a perfect world, this scenario went down, bakery's on lock, we're all good, we're chilling. The enemies are like, oh, okay, let's go to white, let's take the back, let's go to the back. Then you can see them trying to funnel through this the double door there, and you can easily hold them from this angle with the feet holes, which is why I like them. Just be careful if you're trying to contest anyone from, you know, this side of things, they can also see your feet, so it's a two-way angle. This angle is a rare one, but I have used it a few times. So this is the prep walk-in angle, where you can pretty much help anyone who is trying to walk into prep by holding this long angle here with those head holes, which I really like. And yeah, that's pretty much the setup for kitchen in Kafe Dostoyevsky. Alright, so you made it through the first floor and bottom floor setup for Kafe Dostoyevsky. Now I'm going to talk to you about the last setup that I usually take, which is the reading and dining hold. Not the mining and dining. Reading and dining, I personally believe, is the better side. And so from my opinion, this is how you hold it. So you've got to rotate into laundry, and laundry hatch is open. So with this site in particular, the interesting about this site is that your primary job, instead of just holding sight, is to hold vert. So you need to try and deny as much vert as possible and waste their time, because once they get vert done, and it's usually done, you know, in piano as well as on cocktail and all across here, it's going to be really hard to take it back and deny that plant. So you ideally will set up the top floor as well as the bottom floor, just with these two reinforcements. You can go a little fancy, you know, do the head holes into bathroom, do the rotate like we talked about. Same with the freezer rotate, but truthfully, having the red reinforcements as well as hatch open is, and maybe the bathroom, just so that you can flow through without exposing yourself too much, is definitely the way to go for this site. But with regards to the actual site setup, and I could be wrong on this because I too forget this, but all I know is that A, you do not go into A. Nobody is ever in A. It is fully open all the way around as much as possible. And you basically want A to be an impossible bomb site for them to plant in. I mean, they could Amara rush, you know, up the hatch or whatever and plant, but ideally with all these holes set up and someone being above, someone maybe being in train, red, pillar, or whatnot, we'll be able to have a line of sight and deny that plant. So A is fully open to be able to deny plant, because most likely they're going to plant behind bomb or the dining table, but with this setup, you can pretty much see everything. In terms of B setup, it's pretty simple. Definitely reinforce these two walls that go into pillar. Have that bathroom, the laundry rotate, as I've mentioned. Some people like to shut this. It's personal preference, really. But yeah, you really need at least one person holding B just to, you know, call out, see what's happening down here. You know, you don't want to miss a sneaky plant going down or anything like that. I'm gonna be very truthful. I don't exactly know what happens on these two walls, if it's reinforced or not. I believe it's just, it doesn't really matter. It is what it is, because you're not really gonna be holding here in an ideal situation. You'd be using the the laundry rotate to get in and out, and the door there. So I think it's safe to say that it doesn't really matter there. But yeah, that's pretty much the site setup and the explanation of why you would set up the reading and dining this way in Kafe Dostoyevsky.